Oh, this you crazy mother.
I'm alright.
I'm completely missed.
Go again.
How is everyone doing? I hope you're all feeling good, you're having a great time. Apparently, I am the most grumpy YouTuber ever. They call me Mr. Grumpy. I've had that comment a few times, you are one grumpy bastard. Am I grumpy, or do I just keep it real? The thing is, when you do this YouTube channel and you work a full-time job and you got other things going on in your life, there are some times when the camera turns on, you're not in the greatest of moods. You're in a great mood to go riding and get some content, but within, you might be a little bit moody. And I will showcase this if I am. I'm not going to pretend I'm happy when I'm not. Otherwise, you're not keeping it real. I feel that sometimes people over-exaggerate their life on YouTube. They think everything's fucking amazing when it's probably not. They might be a little bit depressed, but they're hiding it well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure if you SADA tested some YouTubers like they test MMA fighters, they'd open up a can of worms. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but I think they will open a can of worms. And the only drug I've ever done in my life is sniff snuff. When I was about 10 years old, I went to my nan's house. She had this little box on the side. I remember seeing her pinching it, putting up her nose. I thought, oh, I'll try a bit of that. So at 10 years old, I sniffed some snuff. Oh my God, it was rough. So kids out there, never sniff snuff. It is horrendous. I ended up with like a ginger nose. But I want to kind of do a Baskett talks. Every now and again, I get a lot of comments flood into my videos. I want to kind of respond to these comments. So you get to know me a little bit better and you kind of get the answers you want. So, that is one ugly fucking BMX. Apparently, someone left a comment the other day saying that is a really ugly BMX. Can't agree with him. I can't agree with you, son. I don't know why that BMX is ugly. Saying to someone that their BMX is ugly is like telling someone that their kid is ugly. Your baby is ugly. You don't say it. That is my little baby. And I think it's really pretty and really beautiful. And yeah, fucking thing's a beast. What are you talking about? But yeah, I get some random comments. You're bound to. It's a world of YouTube. You gotta get used to it. Doing this YouTube thing, you gotta be thick-skinned. Someone left a comment the other day saying, do you talk with a broken jaw, or do you have a broken jaw? I found a bit offensive, but each to their own. No, I don't have a broken jaw. It's fully fixed, but I can break yours if you want. Why is my loft hatch open? That is open to let some airflow around this room because there's no heating in here. And as it gets winter, it gets really damp in here. So yeah, there is a demon that lives up there. And sometimes I pass some food through. He's asleep at the moment, so don't wake the demon. I just shared with you some clips of Vinewood trails. Someone asked me where those trails were. That was Scott Hamlin riding the trails, and that was Staff riding the trails. That is actually Will Wiggins' trail spot. I don't think he's been there for a good few years. He started digging there, I'd say, about 2010. That footage was from 2011. Does that spot still exist? I don't know. Those trails were near Weston. I don't even know where they are now. Someone picked me up one day, said they want to go filming there, so I just sort of followed along. And amazing set of trails. It would be cool to go in there now, see what it looks like. Will Wiggins and his jeggings. He's not on my channel at the moment, purely because his knee's gone. His back went, he recovered from that, he went to Madrid, and then his knee went.
Fully broke my knee.
So yeah, that crash didn't look too bad, but he actually damaged his knee. His ACL is gone. I think he's got to have an operation on it. So get well soon, Will Wiggins. And yeah, Vinewood Trails, hopefully at some point I will go back there and see what it looks like now. So what the hell was that? Another question someone asked. Does Kingscliff, the place where I keep building the trails at the moment, does that place have an XC track? And what they mean by that, I'm more of a kind of hardtail, long distance track, rather than an enduro track, somewhere they can go, have a little cruise, no 10-foot drops, no huge gaps, no sketchy bits, just a nice little fun path that goes on for quite a long distance. I call it the hangover path. When you've got a bit of a hangover on a Sunday morning, you just want to go out for a nice little chill ride, you can do a nice little XC path. And that one in Kingscliff goes pretty much the whole length of the forest. It goes in different heights as well. There's no jumps on the path and there's no drops on the path. So yeah, Kingscliff has a really good cross-country path. And there's times when I go up and I just ride on that. And as I went out the other day when it was pissing with rain, I had a little go on that path. But it's not the sort of path I like doing and filming, because there's not a lot going on. There's a few routes and that to dodge, a couple of trees and stuff, but I prefer my big drops and my sketchy little hills and stuff, you know. I'm still young. No, I mean, a lot of digging for a landing, but there's so many there's so many logs about, big rocks, tree stumps, pile it up, boom. That's a canyon gap again. Just show you the clip of that new trail spot I'm building at. And that sketchy gap that goes between the trees, I definitely want to make that into a nice big gap. The canyon gap in that other spot, Paradise, was begun of the ones they won. Not finished yet, still not finished yet. And like I said, I can't go in there and complete it. People keep asking, are you going to jump that canyon gap when it's complete? I definitely want to have a little go at it. Hopefully they build a bigger landing. What I find in those woods, they build real good kickers and takeoffs, but when it comes to landing, they just chuck a bit of dirt down and say that'll do. And then a lot of people go in there, they start blowing up forks, blowing up wheels, purely because they've not put the work into the landing. Sometimes the landing's got to be bigger than the bloody takeoff. It pretty much helps with bike maintenance. I mean, you build a massive big gap and you don't put the work into the landing and you're pretty much landing flat all the time. It's not going to do your bike any good. I don't give a shit about my body. It's the fucking money you got to spend on your bike. I'll land flat all day, but I know how much it costs in repairs. Got to save that cheddar. Inflation, it's going up. But yeah, on that trail spot, Kingscliff, what I'm currently digging on, someone asked, am I going to put any wooden structures in? It's quite far in the woods. I mean, from the entrance going in, at the moment the gate's down, but I'm sure that's going to get fixed back up soon. You can't actually drive to the spot. It is about 1.5 miles deep in the woods. And as soon as you start putting wooden structures in, it kind of exposes a place. As soon as the forestry see that, they'll probably cut off the area, which I don't want to do, because that spot is going to be amazing when I put the work in. And I plan on going there the weekend coming up. I've actually made a Facebook page based on Kingscliff. It's on the screen right now. If you're local, Bridgewater, Weston, Taunton, Yeovil, all those areas, and you're planning on sort of visiting that place, give me a shout. Add yourself to that group. When we sort of do dig days and ride days and filming days, just join on in. I'm not the sort of person that won't allow people to ride and film with me. I like riding with anyone, but at the moment I'm kind of like a lone ranger because of the weather. No one else wants to play. But that spot has loads of potential, and if a load of people actually help me, we get shit done quicker, especially over the Christmas holidays. I've got 2 weeks off and I'll be spending a lot of my time in those woods. But wooden structures, at the moment, I'd say no. I wouldn't mind bringing like a kicker in there just for a day, just for a laugh, but then take it away after, so we don't sort of expose the spot. Keep it natural, keep it real. Was that footage in the last video filmed with a potato? I've had that comment from someone before. Is some of my old footage filmed with a potato? It kind of makes me laugh, kind of funny. That's kind of like some James Bond shit. You know, James Bond's there cooking a roast. He's got a camera hidden inside one of the spuds, and you know, some villain comes smashing through the window. He thinks like, you know, there's no cameras on him, he hasn't been caught. But the silly twat didn't know there was a camera inside one of the potatoes. Caught him red-handed. James Bond goes to the police, charges a fucker for a new window. But nah, jokes aside, I used to film a lot of BMX with a Sony VX. It was SD footage, obviously, all filmed on little tapes. It was a big camera. You couldn't vlog with that bloody thing, and that's all I filmed with. And it filmed in 4:3 rather than 16:9. We're talking ratios here. If you don't know, let it go over your head. You don't know how easy you got it these days. When I first picked up a camera in 2002, I went out filming with my friends. Whilst you go out nowadays with your little GoPro attached to your chest, iPhone in your pocket, I used to have to ride around with this bad boy. Trying to keep it discreet on the street, making sure people didn't know what we was up to and stuff, you know. You rock up to a spot, I'm there holding this camera, kind of gives it away a little bit. I'm cycling around like Jeremy bloody Beadle. You've been framed. Christ almighty, look at it. And we used to go out filming all day, fill the tape right up. Then we'd get back to a friend's house after a day of riding, plug the camera into the TV, and we'd watch the whole thing back and sit there and laugh our bloody heads off. But look at the size of this thing. iPhone, camera from 2002. Yeah. Stick that in your bloody pocket.
Fake records.
Look, Gary. That's good, that does. Yeah!
So yeah, none of my clips were filmed with a potato. It was filmed with that bad boy and the Sony VX. And that's how I used to roll, 2002, carrying one of them around in my backpack. So yeah, you'd have seen some clips from 2002 of me actually using that camera. The tape in it, huge. Actual full VHS tape inside of that bad boy. And in most cases, you can literally take the tape out, put it in your TV and watch it back. But in most cases, you have like the video in, the video out, and the audio cables. You used to have to click in the back of the TV and watch the whole thing through. It was amazing. And what you just seen then was my first ever roof attempt. We didn't mess around back in the day. 2002, my first ever roof attempt. Let's watch that again. When I first ever did that roof drop, I didn't know what I was doing. I was sat on top of that roof thinking, do I land front wheel first, back wheel first, both wheels first? Do I tense up, do I loosen up? Didn't have a fucking clue, so I just literally rid off the roof, hope for the best. It went wrong. And another thing, I get a lot of comments at the moment. Can I give you a shout out? I don't know why you're asking that. Why are you asking Baskett to give you a shout out? You ain't gonna get nothing out of this, boys and girls. I'm not a big time YouTuber, not even fucking touching the sides. I'm not a big time BMXer, I'm not a big time mountain biker. In fact, I'm kind of a nobody. I'm just out here having a good time. So you asking me to give you a shout out is not gonna change your life, it's not gonna do nothing. You might get a few extra followers, but then those followers are fake followers because they're only following you because I've asked them to. Get what I'm saying? YouTube's kind of bad for it. One big time YouTuber will shout out another YouTuber. All these people will then go and follow this guy for what? Because that other person said so.
Fuck, he's oh.
But that was a good crash clip. And that is how you get a shout out. See, that guy just said, I hear you like crash clips. Here is one I filmed the other day. So his name was on that crash clip, and that's how you get a shout out, simple as that. You send me something cool, I'll share it to my subscribers, I'll share it to my audience. But just saying, oi Baskett, give me a shout out, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna name and shame you for asking. I'm a nobody, there is no point asking me for a shout out because it's not gonna change your life. So yeah, midweek random, talking about the camera I used to use. It's not a potato, it's actually the camera. It is a Panasonic M3, big VHS, sticks straight in. That is a battery. Look at the bloody size of that. There's 3 of them that clicks into it. I want to continue digging this weekend. If you want to get involved and you are local, head over to that Facebook page, add yourself to it. I wouldn't add yourself to it if you're not local, otherwise you're going to get flooded with notifications of things you don't want to see. And yeah, my BMX is not the ugliest BMX ever. Stop your bloody lying. I don't give people shout outs. The only people I give shout outs to are people that send me cool clips. Like I say, if you've got some funny crash clips, send them over. So the next video after this, I'm going to continue that trail spot. I want to probably work on that big jump that goes between the trees. That is kind of my aim. I want to get a big jump going now. I've got a cool trail coming down. There's no actual big jumps on that line, but a big jump needs to go on that line just to call it mine. That would be the Baskett gap, that is for sure. And like I said, hopefully I'll get a few people helping me so we can get stuff done quicker. If not, I'll be a lone ranger again because that is my motivation at the moment. I love digging. I love clearing shit, I love riding my mountain bike, and at the moment the BMX stays where it is till the weather gets better. So I hope you enjoyed this one, thanks for watching, and bye for now. That's a bit I raked out coming into this piece, but look at that out there, that'd be a cool drop. In between the trees, so you jump off there, either cut a slope that goes across this path, or try and clear the whole bloody thing. Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Jump from there, land in here, straight down through.